What actor/actress was completely 100% wrong for the role? Jafar in the new Aladdin. He wasn't believable or menacing and way too young. Plus for much of his screen time he's standing next to Navid Negahban, who would have been a much better choice. Ferdy Ashur as Artemis Fowl. He conveys none of the intelligence, shrewdness or relentless determination of the book character. He comes across as a child dressed up in a suit and handed cue cards with smart sounding lines to read unconvincingly. He's a child, so I'm going to lay the blame for that one on the casting director. Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan. He would have been more believable as Kyle Rayner than Hal Jordan. He was regularly thrown around to play Wally West as the Flash. They took a big-ish popular actor and throw him at a role without any consideration that his personality matched the character. Everything that makes Reynolds perfect as Deadpool makes him wrong as Hal Jordan. Joel McHale as Roy in the ill-fated US remake of The It Crowd. We want a scruffy and misanthropic it nerd, so let's get an actor known for charisma and confidence. Okay. Jon Voight as a snake hunter in Anaconda is fine, but him as a Paraguayan snake hunter, just, well lol. Edit. Holy guacamole, I just got back to my computer and this blew up. Who knew my most upvoted comment would be about Jon Voight in Anaconda? Never change, Reddit. Thank you for the awards internet strangers. John Dorian as Dr. Acula. He is way too hammy and not very threatening for a vampire who is behind loads of mysterious deaths in the hospital. He clearly only got the part because he wrote the darn script for it. It was also a very racist filming process where multiple times Chris Turk was told to act blacker. In good conscience I can't support the film. Mickey Rooney as Mr. Unishi. Kevin Hart as Roland in the upcoming Borderlands movie. Everyone who knows anything about Borderlands will agree with me. Terry Crews should be playing Roland. He's big, has comedic chops, and can play the no-nonsense straight shooter badass when everything else is wild. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but Sophie Turner as Jane Grey. I like her as an actress, but I just couldn't get into it. I felt like she struggled with hiding her accent. Colin Farrell as Alexander the Great. As one of my old university professors once said, I wouldn't follow that guy to the end of my driveway. Both Lily James and Armie Hammer in the Rebecca remake. She's way too confident to be the narrator and he's way too smarmy to be Dee Winter. And I thought that before all the creepy stuff about him came out. Now it's even worse to try to watch any film with 30-year-olds playing teens. I will take a look in the future and say Mark Wahlberg as Sully in the Uncharted movie. Cameron Diaz was horrible in the 2014 Annie remake. She hasn't made a movie since. Pretty much everyone from the Percy Jackson movies. Every actress cast as Sue Richards, the Invisible Woman, from the Fantastic Four so far. Cats. Nicole Kidman is cast as Lucy in Aaron Sorkin's Lucille Ball movie. She can't move her face anymore. And I like Nicole Kidman. She's done some great stuff lately but this doesn't make sense. Steven Seagal as a person who can kick ass. Annabeth in the Percy Jackson movie. The main physical feature was supposed to be the blonde hair, and they somehow messed up on that. Everyone in the Last Airbender movie, especially considering the fact that they took the waterbenders, canonically the nation with the darkest skin coloring, and made all of them white, then made the firebenders dark-skinned. IDK their names, but the main protagonists in the live-action remake of Dragon Ball, and also the one in The Last Airbender. What's crazy to me is how these movies still were able to make a profit. Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson in the 50 Shades trilogy. Aside from the movies being absolutely shitty, the two had no chemistry with each other, and it was awkward as hell to watch. More so when I found out that Jamie was married while filming those movies. The movies shouldn't have even been made. Dane Dehaan, Valerian. That movie's pretty awesome *except* for him. It felt entirely miscast, and I couldn't believe this guy was the kind of character they were making him out to be. Movie hasn't even come out yet, but Kevin Hart is playing Roland in the new Borderlands movie and I can already tell you right now, it's gonna be a terrible fucking time. Edit. I'm very glad to see people agree that Kevin Hart and whoever is making this movie can get fucked. John Wayne as Genghis Khan, the Conqueror. That is just wrong on so many levels, I don't know where to start. Remember that Bond movie where Denise Richards plays a nuclear physicist? Is it now the time to talk about Topher Grace as Eddie Brock / Venom? Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. Not because of the whole situation around it, but after reading the books and the cameos in Potter, I just don't see him as Grindelwald, just as Albino Depp. Cameron Diaz in Gangs of New York. It's the only time I've really been pulled out of a move because the casting didn't seem right. Has anyone said Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor yet? Also Jay Courtney as Kyle Reese. Actually the whole movie sans Arnold was cast fucking horribly. Shia LaBeouf and Crystal Skull. That part should have been short round as an adult. Why the fuck was Jesse Eisenberg cast as Lex Luthor of all fucking things? All depictions of him are of a tall, bald, and lean businessman. No disrespect for the actor, I'd take such a high paying job too, but whoever thought of casting him as a clown? Gwyneth Paltrow. Everybody in Gods of Egypt. Edit. This doesn't mean I hate the movie. It's a fun time but laughably cast. I love ridiculous action movies and it all started with True Lies. Julia Roberts as the evil queen in Mirror Mirror. I just can't hate her. Snow was perfect in that one though. Me watching previews, Jim Halpert for Jack Ryan. Me after watching it, shit he rocked it. Bro, Jared Leto as the Joker. Felt too trad. To that come to mind, but weren't cast, were in Lord of the Rings. Sean Connery was offered the role of Gandalf, but turned it down because he couldn't understand the script. Could you imagine how bad of a casting decision that would have been, now that we've seen Sir Ian McKellen in the role? Or Nicolas Cage as Aragorn? Edit. I've offended some people who find it heretical that I said Nicolas Cage shouldn't play Aragorn. I'm entitled to my opinion, and I stand by it. Shia LaBeouf is a successor character that was built up to pick up the torch / replace Indiana Jones in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I don't dislike him as an actor, he was great in Disturbia, but he was not convincing in that role, and had no chance to fill Harrison Ford's shoes.